Hey, hi, good afternoon, guys. I'm audible.
Good afternoon, Ravi.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon, Ravi.
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, you are audible.
Okay, so now let's get started. So whatever things we discussed last time, people are remembered as everything is forget now.
Remember, sir.
Okay, so now we seen that what is the prerequisite, right? What is the like what are the basic requirement to build what is that end-to-end web application? Last time we seen that, right? And we seen that which one is like more usage is there in the industry and what is the mandatory, what is the prerequisite to learn what is that Angular, right? Those things we understood. So today we let's understand some more things, guys. Okay, today let's understand some more things. Okay, so our web application, right? Our web started our web started what is that in early 1990s, right? 1990s. And what is that, who is this started? Team banners, right? Team banners. Okay, team banners team banners lead team banners lead. Then what is that in this concept introduced in what is that introduced in the web application? What is that, in which year now, friends? 1990s, right? Introduce this concept of web, right? Web, who is the introducing this concept now? Team Berners-Lee. Introduce, yeah, Team Berners-Lee introduce the concept of what is that web, right? Web. Now in which year this concept introduced? In 1990s. Then what is that? Then web was developed, right? Web was developed at what is that laboratories there. That laboratory name is what is that? CERN, right? That laboratory name is what is that? CERN. But the question is, friends, right? Earlier, web concept is there in 1990s also. Then what is the suddenly need to use Angular and React? Come on, what is the need to use Angular and React? Previously, also people was like developing web application, right? Hmm?
Yes, Ravi.
So what is the need, right? Suddenly, if already we are able to develop, like olden people, older developer was there who is developing web application, because web concept is there from the 1990s. But still, then suddenly 2 to 3 years back, means 3 to 4 year onward, why we need to learn what is that Angular and a React JS? Come on, this is the question or not? Hmm?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes.
So then why we need what is that? Why we need Angular and a React, friends? Okay, so let's understand these things as a what is that diagrammatically. Then clear picture will come, right? So now previously what was happened now? Just what is that previous application? Just what is that? Just assume that this is our what is that web application. This is what web application. This is web app, right? Previous olden days I'm talking about that, right? So what was there previously? People are using just what is that PC, right? PC. Then later earlier days, people are using these things, this web application in the machine only, right? In the computer or laptop itself only, which is having what is that high bandwidth, right? Now later what will happen? Now people started using that. Just assume that this is the client. our client was PC, right? Now later what happened, now this application started, people started this application now using what is that, smart devices and mobile, right? Mobile, simple mobiles also. And after then what is that, they are using tab also, right? Tab also. Now means nowadays what is that, only 20%, right? 20% this application utilization is there on what is that, web, sorry, computer on the desktop or laptop, right? And what is that, on smart devices and mobile, what is that, nowadays the people are using 80% people are using on the this application on the mobile only, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah. So okay, so what will happen now, then the people started, later the people started what is that, using this application, they people started up using this application on what is that, these devices also. Then here what is that, problem is there, right? What is the problem is there, friends, right? What is the, what is this, which one I selected, what is the problem with that, right? What is the problem with there? So earlier just think about that, here what is that, the, because this application, right, whenever people are using this application, right, what is that, page is loaded, but what is that, later the people started what is that, later people started these devices, then what will happen now, this application cannot able to load properly, right? Properly means some failures started, friends, right? Some, what is that, failures started later. If just think about that, if this application is developed on the architecture on to present on the client as what is the desktop, if we use this application on the smart devices or mobile, which is having what is that, small width and size, which having what is that, small size, right? So it will not fit, friends. Okay, it will not, friends. Then what is that, problem will be there, right? Means what is that, some page will load, some page will not load, right? So now what will happen now, then we started here what is that, some failure started, friends, right? Some failure started, right? Some failure started. Then what is that, then how we can, what kind of challenges we started to facing now in the current trend, what kind of challenges we started to facing now? Okay, let's understand first, right? Let's understand those things now. So we started to facing this kind of, what is that, unified user experience, right? What is that, user experience. We are facing what is that, user experience, unified user experience. Let's understand what is the unified user experience now, friends. Okay, so just assume that previously, I don't know, whenever the people are like opening the YouTube, right? Just assume that this is our, what is that, YouTube is there, right? YouTube, this is what is that, YouTube is there, right? So whenever we are opening this YouTube browser in the computer, whenever we are using this YouTube on the computer, right? So what will happen now, means here what is that, our just assume that we are watching this YouTube in our, what is that, computer, right? Computer means what is that, browser. This is just assume that browser, right? Inside this, what we are doing now, we are watching that YouTube, now. Okay, good. So here what is that, all features, whatever features is there, our YouTube features, right? What is that, we can able to access it here in the computer, because it's having what is that, high bandwidth. High bandwidth is nothing but what is that, high memory, right? So it's supporting all features of what, our YouTube, right? YouTube. now then what will happen now, then later we started, now earlier days, I'm talking about that earlier days mobiles, friends. Okay, earlier days mobiles, now the people started the same things, right? In the earlier days, right, directly YouTube application was not there. See, whenever we need to use what is that Facebook or anything, the like a famous application was that mobile opera mini, I think, right? Opera mini, people are
Yes,
remember that,
Ravi.
people are
Yeah, Ravi.
Yes, sir.
just I'm
Yeah,
talking
Ravi.
about before, like earlier days, 2015 or 16, I'm talking about that 14
Old
15,
browser.
yeah, olden browser, right? So previously our
Yeah.
mobile is not supporting what is that directly YouTube. Previously, what is that, our mobiles are not supporting what is that directly YouTube, directly mobile. Why? Because it's having what is that low bandwidth, low bandwidth, low bandwidth, right? So what happened now, so previously here what is that, whenever we need to use what is that YouTube, whenever we need to use YouTube, then we need to install in our application, in our mobile, what is that, opera mini, opera mini, right? Opera mini, right? So in the opera mini some functions is there, then what is that, then we can able to what is that, access this YouTube, then we can able to access this YouTube. So I don't know, people are remember that whenever we using that opera mini, like we, whenever we are opening that YouTube, at that time what is that, m.youtube, like that our YouTube is opening, right?
Yes, Ravi. Yes, Ravi.
Yes, sir.
m.youtube, m.youtube.com, like that. Like if we are opening Facebook also, m.facebook,
Yeah, I think still these are
Yes.
available.
Yeah, I
Yes.
observed that.
Facebook, like that, Facebook, like that, our what is that, in the mobile, I'm talking about that mobile, right? In the browser, right, in the computer browser directly that is opening, but whenever we are opening in the like mobile, like this, what is that, using the opera mini, whenever we are using these things, it's opening like m dot youtube, means mobile YouTube, right? Like this, these things is we can able to access. So what happened in earlier days, what happened in earlier days, so because of the low bandwidth, right, mobile having low bandwidth, so what was happened, this YouTube people developed some, what is that, some concept which is the optimizing the concept, right? Optimizing the concept which is supporting our what is that, mobile bandwidth. So in this case what happened now, in this case what happened now, so whenever they develop, right, we can't able to use what is that, all facility of YouTube, all facility of what is that, YouTube. So here what they implemented, optimization, right? Optimization things they used and they share to what is that, mobile servers, right? Mobile applications people, so like that they are using. But the thing is, friends, right, the thing is whenever end user is what is that, using the same things on the browser, right? On the browser it's showing all features of YouTube, but what is that, after optimization, whatever they are providing, those many features only, whatever like they people are searching, that's it. All facilities not providing to what is that, our mobile application, right? Mobile application means what is that, they are compressing YouTube and providing those things to what is that, our mobile applications.
Yeah,
So means what is that, in the earlier days, right? Earlier days, I'm talking about that, what is that, earlier days, bro. So means what is that, this is called what is that, this is called what is that, user experience, friends. Okay, this is called what is that, user experience, unified user experience, right? So application must provide what is that, but the thing is nowadays what is that, we need to design like that application, which is what is that, which is I'm opening in the computer browser, that YouTube or any application should open same like in the mobile also, same like what is that, mobile also, right? Same like what is that, mobile also. We should not write that application should not reduce any functionality, functionality in that, right, in our like mobile also, right? Mobile also, even though our mobile bandwidth is low compared to what is that, computer, low compared to what is that, computer, because mobile having what is that, width and size both are small only na, come on. And computer having what is that, big size. Based on that one, screen is opening, and in that it can be urgent what is that, many features on the screen or not. Come on friends, people are getting my point.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah, it's
Yes, Ravi. Yes.
compatible for both devices.
Yeah, so nowadays we need to design what is that, we need to design like that application which is opening in the browser as same as in the mobile application also, right? Same as what is that, mobile application. That is called what, that is called what is that, unified user experience, friends, right? That is called what is that, unified user experience. Then the people is thinking about that these things is the easiest thing, just one or two things we will modify that, and like these things we can achieve in the web application, in the modern application, modern web development application. No friends, we need, what is that, we need to know so many concept, right? So many concept, then we can what is that, design that like that application on that architecture. Then anyone can use, because nowadays what is that, compared to what is that, compared to our desktop or laptop, we are using so many things on the mobile only, right? Everything we are using in the mobile application, right? Come on. So now what is that, we need to develop what is that, that is called what is that, application must, what is that, must provide same experience, right? Same experience across any device, right? Any device, like, right, any device. For example, pc and mobile, right? So now what is that, previously what was happened, now whenever we are using the mobile, right, whenever we are using all features, right, in the modern application, I'm talking about that modern application, whenever we are using that YouTube on the computer machine, what is that, so many things, right? Whatever all features we can able to access on the browser, but the same things whenever we are using the things like using the mobile, right? So in that, what was happened now, the things means services of YouTube is optimized, so we can't able to access in the mobile all services, right? So application, so we need to develop like that application, we need to develop like that application. So application should not optimized, right? Application should not optimized, that is called what is that, unified user experience, right? Come on. So now application should not optimized, right? So you means, what is that, meaning is what, means what is that, mobile users must get what is that, access to everything, right? Unified means what is that, mobile end user can able to access each and everything, whatever features is there in what is that, YouTube. Clear friends?
Yes,
Clear.
Ravi.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
Ravi, clear.
yeah. So mobile users must get access to everything, right? This is one challenges, friends. Okay, this is one challenges to implement those things, right? I'm not coming what is that React and Angular, right? Just I'm saying the previously what kind of challenges we are facing now. Okay, so fine, friends. Now next challenge is what? Next challenge is what now, friends? Next challenge is what is a fluid experience. Fluid 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 experience. Okay, I'm telling you, right? What is that fluid experience now? Fluid experience means what? Just I'm opening our Google Chrome, friends. Okay, just I'm opening what is that Google Chrome. Now what I'm going to do now, here I'm opening HTML. Let's take HTML. See, millions of what is that record we found it, right? Come on, please respond, everybody, include in the session
Yes,
now.
Ravi.
Yes,
What is that?
Yes,
We
sir.
got what is that millions of record on the browser now. Okay, so just assume that what I'm doing now, I'm coming down. What is that here? Pagination concept. If I want to jump in the next page, we will click on the second one, right? Second one,
Yes,
second one,
sir.
second
Right.
one. But the thing is, just assume that if we open these things in the mobile, if you just assume that if we are opening these things in the mobile, which is having what is that, a small screen, which is having the small screen, right? So what is that? Just assume that if
Yes.
we are giving this 1 2 3 in the mobile, so end user, like whoever user is there in the mobile, how already small screen, because the computer screen is big, because of that we can able to see these numbers, right? If we are giving these things in the mobile also, it's a possibility is there to end user can able to click,
No.
No, Ravi.
because
No, Ravi. no,
number
sir.
is small, how end user can able to click, no? Problem will be there, right? Problem will be there. So we need to develop like that application whenever we will are. Let's take previous Facebook application only, right? Previously, whenever we are login, I'm talking about then in 2014, because I was the first when I was started using Facebook in 2011, right? In 2011, like I became a Facebook user. So at the time whenever we are using that Facebook, right? So whenever opening our like a timeline, at the time what is that next button will be there, right? Next button, click on that, then what will happen now? Next page, we are able to jump in the our timeline page, next page, right? And the same page was there, but we are jumping in the next timeline, right? Come on. So
Yes, sir.
so what is
Yes,
that?
Ravi.
So user must stay, like what is that? What is the I wrote wrong spelling here.
FLUID.
Yeah, fluid experience, right? Fluid experience. Now, so what is that? User must stay in one page, and what is that? Get access to everything from the that same page only, right? So that is called what is that? That is called what is that? Fluid experience. Now if you want to see that, here HTML we searched, right? HTML we searched now. Okay, I'm opening the image now. I'm opening the image now. Just assume that without refreshing, let's say still searching is going on, loading is buffering is going on. Wait. Yeah, it's loaded right now. What I'm doing now, in the single page only I'm staying, and what is that? I'm dragging this, right? Then see this, whenever I'm taking, see, without refreshing this page, what is that? Downside, other images are also loading, right? other images also loading now. It's not showing next
Yes.
jump next previous 1 2 3 4, right? It's this page is loading in the single page only, right? Come on, please respond it. So
Yes, Ravi. Yes, yes.
so this is called what? This is called what is that? Fluid experience, friends, right? If we develop like this application, that application will, what is that? That application show more result, okay? So more, right? If we develop this kind of application, that is called what is that? Fluid application, fluid, what is that? Fluid user experience. So like by seeing these things, you guys can tell this is the easiest thing for the web developer. No, friends, we need lot of understanding. We need what is that? Lot of understanding. We need what is that? Lot of implementation in the code, right? So now, so what is that? We should not navigate, right? Like previous, next, 1 2. If we give like that, see, I said, right, we search on the Google, right? If we give this kind of things to our mobile people, it's horrible to what is that? Manage the things. They will zoom it, then they can able to click on that, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
So the thing is, now just don't like think much. Just what I'm doing now, just see here without refreshing. Means what is that? This page is not refreshing. Whenever I'm taking this one, what is that? Looking like reach to end. Okay, it's saying that looking like reach to end. Okay, now I'm refreshing again. So what is that? Just see this. Okay, what I'm doing now, whenever I'm dragging down, means what is that? Without page refreshing, whatever content is there, directly that content is loading without previous content like refreshing, right? Come on, means without previous content loading, what is that? Just whatever left content is there, those content only what is that? Presenting on the screen, right?
Yes, Ravi.
So means what is
Yeah.
that? New content, what is that? New content already there, and without disturbing new like whatever already content is there on the screen. Downside, what is that? New content is loading, right?
Right.
Means what is that? Total complete page is not loading. Total complete page is not loading. Just what is that? Required things is loading, right? See this. So just it's possible to like olden days without these technologies, right? Without these technology develop this kind of application,
No.
right? So now this is the problem in the olden days, right? This is the problem in the olden days. So end user need what is that? Fluid experience also, right? So now what is that? If we develop like if we implement like this architecture, if we implement like this architecture in application, right? That is not easiest things, friends. Okay, this is also challenging task to developer. This is also what is that? Challenging task to developer, right? So many things we need to understand, right? Now fluid experience, right? So user must stay one page, right? One page, and what is that? Get access to everything. Get access to everything from the page, right? Now, okay, so see, same like what is that? We are getting the navigation buttons, right? Previous, next, 1 2 3 4, right? So there should not be any page, right, which is navigate. Which is navigation, right? Navigations, right? So now seem like what is that? New content, right? See, new content